Hello everybody and welcome to my Alien Romulus review. Is this a good camera? No. Did it cost me $10? Yes. That out of the way, I got a few things that I want to say. I am an Alien fan, specifically of the first and the second movie. The third and the fourth kind of lose me because of the whole alien pregnancy things. Yeah, right. I've watched Prometheus, I've watched Dark Covenant. Most present are the first two movies. With that out of the way, there is going to be a very small TLDR spoiler-free section, and then I'm going to dive fully into spoilers for all the movies and all the things I can remember, some of which I will probably get wrong. Let's dive right in. I have notes. Do you need to know this? No. Anyways, let's dive right in. So, in the TLDR of this movie, I think it has a really strong setup that I really, really like, and that they could have done a lot with. Like, the first part of the movie is really reminiscent of the first Alien movie, which, honestly, this many years, wait, let me do the math, 45 years after the release of the first movie, to be able to capture that essence again, I think that's really not a small feat. I think they really did something great there. And I love that it's an expansion of the universe instead of just focusing on one spacecraft or one planet. It does give us more lore. And I think with the set of characters, they could have done a lot. And with the setup of the movie, they could have made something that could honestly easily have outdone Alien 1 in, maybe not in quality, but in story, and just in being a great sequel. And it is a true shame that they didn't do that. They had it all right there, and they threw it all away because they just had to outdo the sequels that came before, and that pisses me off a bit. Right, that's all I'm going to say as spoiler free. If you would like to remain unspoiled, then I suggest you click off now. Hello. Right, so I am not going to be referring to the characters by their names, because only the main character, Rain, has a name that is often said in the movie, and her crush character, Tyler, the others were like, bleh. So I'm just going to describe them instead. So this is an action movie. You're not supposed to really, know the names, I guess. It doesn't matter enough. One of them, Navarro, sounds more like a planet name to me, but maybe that's just me. Right, so as I said, the setup I think is really nice. So basically we're situated on this random minor planet, and there is a couple of teen-looking characters. I'm gonna assume they're kind of young adults, because they've already worked for quite some hours, and it's very dark, it's grim, it's gritty, and they could have done so much with that. I think that's it really captures that sort of dystopian vibe that Weyland-Yutani as the big company is really big, and all the workers are kind of just like worker bees, and their lives don't mean anything to anyone. We have this set of characters. We have pilot lady, we have main character lady, we have main character's crush person dude, we have asshole dude. Pilot lady is the girlfriend of asshole dude, and then we have the android brother of main character, which is brother because her father picked up his scraps, put them together, something like that. And they're really close knit, but she doesn't tell him that she wants to get to a colony, but if they get there, then he'll have to be deactivated. And there's a big plot twist that she wouldn't tell him that. And that sort of motivation kind of continues throughout the movie, where in the end she kind of risks her own life to try and save his artificial one, which they build up the character really nicely because, like, at the start, he's got a stutter, he's malfunctioning. He's a really likable character, and the actor, something Johnson, did a great job at portraying him, but I don't know. For me, it kind of missed its mark, the movie trying to make me care about an artificial, android that much, because, I don't know, I think the alien movies shine when it's like the humans in danger and the humans with their emotion and literal existential dread. You know, like, didn't like that as much. Yeah, so the setup was really great. They go to the sort of abandoned Weyland-Yutani ship to try and get some cryopods to make their way to a colony. Because on their planet where they live, they have 0 hours of daylight, which I think is fantastic. It's so dark and gritty and so shit for all the characters. Like, I think they could have made more of the first time one of the main character saw the sun. That could have been, I don't know. The music was a bit lacking in my opinion. It was not noticeable enough to be noticed in like a positive fashion. At the very start, they used the sound effects from the first movie, but that was the only time I really positively noticed the sound effects. Beyond that, it was just like... They had like a nice little bit where they went completely silent as the characters were then out in space, which I liked it. But it led to one of the fellow watchers in the audience make his remarks again. He was so loud and he made the worst remarks. Like, dude needs to learn some manners. Anyway, not the best co-watcher. Right, let me go through my notes again. So, one thing that is pretty integral to Alien as a movie franchise is that it is a highly sexual franchise, and they really leaned into it with this one. We get to see another stage of development in between the chestburster and the grown xenomorph. It's like this sort of cocoon which has a very how do I describe this in a YouTube friendly way, a very woman anatomy resembling shape or exit. Yeah, I'll say it like that. please don't hate me, YouTube. Please don't block me. And I think it's really interesting to focus on like those that like sort of mid-development stage where it's morphing into something again. But I don't know, I like the first movie's subtlety a lot more, where it's not just like so overly sexual. I am a total prude and I'm very crude, but I don't know. They were just like, it was a bit too much, and then that very genital looking cocoon also starts like spurting some acid, and it's like, I don't know. It was too much for me. I mean, it's supposed to look gross. It's a horror movie. It's an alien movie, but I don't know. I don't know if H.R. Giger, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the dude who designed the xenomorph, who won an Oscar for a question mark. Really great character design. Good job, you. I know if he would have made something like that, or if he would have been cooler about it. I prefer the more insect stuff, because, like, does it need to look like human anatomy? This is a space alien, come on. Fucking hell. But yeah, speaking of the sexual aspect of things, Alien 3 and 4 have done this, and Romulus is doing this. Can we not focus on childbirth in our alien movies, please? Okay, sexual thing, you got things bursting out of your chest. Okay, cool, another form of birth, I guess. But can we not focus on pregnant women so much? I mean, like, when they set up the pregnant lady at the start, I was like, oh shit, she's pregnant. Oh my god, the stakes are gonna be higher for her. She's not the first one to get killed, that's for sure. But then where they take it with it is just... It's disappointing. It's disappointing to me. Because we did not need Ripley being cloned, and then Ripley being pregnant, and then having a Ripley alien baby in the fourth movie. And we certainly did not need to have some fucking human xenomorph baby hybrid in this one either, because I'm sorry to have designed this, but it looked like fucking crap. It looked so bad. She's like tall and lanky, and its spine was kind of like indented, which more made me think about its back problems than being scared of it. Like, the xenomorphs have such perfect designs, and the facehuggers do too. Why do we need to focus on weird fucking human baby xenomorph hybrids? Like, the xenomorphs already burst out of human chests, and they still look like xenomorphs. They don't look more like humans because of that. Like, the first it looks like a human baby, and then like 3 seconds later it's fully grown, and I don't know, it had like metal teeth, which kind of looked like somebody like painted the teeth, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it looked like Voldemort with a nose, and I could not take it seriously. It did not scare me. It looked like Voldemort with a nose. It really did. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was Voldemort with a nose. I mean, if I was Ralph Fiennes, I would get in contact with him. No, I mean, poor Ralph Fiennes. No, I don't mean to insult him by comparing him with that, but, you know, it was a bad character design. Naked lanky human with back problems in Voldemort's face. Not okay. Just focus on the fucking xenomorphs. Oh, there was like one weird hybrid thing that we saw in the lab just for like a short shot, which was like when they'd experimented with some weird symbiote thing from the alien's DNA and injected that into a mouse, and then we just saw the corpse of that, which did like kind of a mouse sort of skull with fur sprouting out of it, and then in the middle there were like spider eyes and spider legs. That thing looked genuinely scary, and in a way I'm glad they didn't use it in the movie, because that could have genuinely given me nightmares, whereas right now I'm just laughing because Voldemort with a nose, haha. But on the other hand, it's such a missed opportunity. Like, couldn't we have focused on something actually creepy, actually scary, instead of being like, oh my god, look, woman's pregnant. Oh my god, look, blood splurting out during the birth, and then it sucked on the boob and blah. Blah. I mean, it's there to meant to gross you out and scare you, but can we stop focusing on childbirth? It's not working. It's not good. Like, I get it. They're trying to draw the comparison. Oh my god, xenomorph baby out of chest, human baby out of down there. Okay, I get it. Can we move on now? Can we stop making bullshit hybrids? Like, make it a predator alien hybrid at least. Like, something interesting. Give me something interesting. Like, did they tease this during Alien 3? Like, one alien, like, breeding in a dead cow or something? Like, if it took those animal features, it would be so much better. Oh, yeah. Still about the pregnant lady again. So basically, they have this symbiotic stuff mixed with alien DNA. But then the pregnant lady injects herself with it because she's, like, injured and might die. So she'd rather, you know, like, kill herself. Yeah, reasonable, good job. I did like that. So MC's crush character, he tried to inject her with the thing, and then MC stopped him from doing that, and then pregnant lady was stupid and did it anyway afterwards when she was on her own, which only happened because MC had to go back for her stupid android brother, which is like she was going to leave behind and let die anyway. Like, she could have just gone with the pregnant lady. The two liked each other. They were friends. At least it was implied. It's not like the characters were that well developed. But like the pregnant ladies are right there bleeding out, and like you might pass out on the way back to the ship to safety. You're gonna choose your fucking android brother friend over her when she is on the path to safety, and your android friend is laying where there are many fully grown xenomorphs and a lot of facehuggers. Like, can we take a like crash course in decision making? I don't know. I would have much preferred if the movie had gone the route of, okay, we have maybe 3 survivors from the going to the Romulus station, getting the cryopods. We have 3 survivors. Maybe play it up to we only have 3 cryopods. Like play that up. Okay, we're too many. We can't all make it. Like then a lot of them die, just like in the first movie. Like you can copy that back over. That's a formula that works and isn't like that bad of a copy to like harm the movie. And then like time skip to post the travel to this colony and then start wreaking havoc on the colony, like unleash the horror of the xenomorphs on the whole colony, because like one of them laying in the cryo chambers was infested and then has a chest burst to come out after cryo sleep. Like, mass panic is such a fun thing to do in movies, as Jurassic World, for example, showed. Like, I don't know, and with like xenomorphs on the rampage in a peaceful colony with sunlight. Like, right, the movie's also for accessible for 16-year-olds in my country, which I don't personally agree with. I think it should be definitely 18 plus because I don't know. I mean, the sexual imagery is very, 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 very straightforward. Not leaving much to the imagination. And the blood splattering, especially like during the human alien childbirth thing, that's I don't know. I mean, that was the one single part of the movie where I actually looked away because it was too grossed out. But put this movie at 18, like fucking hell. Right. One thing I'm not sure how to feel about, where I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with it, is using Ash, the science officer from the first movie, and exactly the same look. I haven't done any research. This is straight back home from the cinema, this sort of review. But reusing the same guy I mean, you don't even have the nostalgia factor that much because you fucking hate the guy. So you have a nostalgia hate factor at most. And the problem is that they definitely... I don't know anything about filming. I went into this movie completely blind. I knew the title and alien movie, that was it. But whatever. About Ash, that guy. I don't know. The close-ups looked okay half the time. But the other half of the time, it was so obvious that they used AI to replicate the actor. They needed to focus less on the close-ups of his face, because like sometimes the eyes are like not properly aligned, and I don't know. I think filmmaking should be rather advanced. Like, we can make very great life-sized recreation. Okay, maybe not life-sized recreations of dinosaurs' heads. In terms of Jurassic World, can't we make an animatronic of a human face? Is that not animatable? Did that cost less than AI? Is that what it was? Because I think they could have done better with that. Because like in the higher distance to the face shots, it looked really good. It really did. But like the close-up shots, no. AI overusage, definitely. It's the interactions with him until the end were okay, at least. And like how the android brother friend person, he had a bit of like a personality reprogramming through using Ash's, or well, Rook's in this case. I do like that he did have a different name, because as we learned in Alien 2, that was like the same model, like a polyfunctional model. But I don't know. I mean, they needed the directive to be like getting those symbiotes to their rescue ship. So as the android brother friend would help MC and the others. But I don't know, all the time, because we saw Ash, I thought, okay, main directive is going to be get these characters impregnated with the aliens, and then get them to get them to Weyland-Yutani instead of, you know, just these weird symbiotes that we've never heard of before, which are, like, not properly tested, and the testing that they did do went wrong, kind of, as well. As, like, what the fuck? I don't know. That was weird. That was weird. Because Ash being there just makes you mistrust him so much after having seen the first movie, and like, I don't know, that didn't really work for me. Right, one thing that really bothered me is that they really built up the chemistry between MC and her crush, and like, they were the last survivors among the androids for like quite a while, but then and then there is like a big scene about the pregnant lady, so Crush's sister, dying, and I love the way they portray the grief there, because he's like banging against the door because he begged the android brother friend to open the door, but then they would have all died to the xenomorph, so the android didn't. And then, like, he's still banging against the door, being like, open the door, open the door, open the door, once they've already seen pregnant lady be ripped away by the xenomorph. And I like how he's, like, completely in denial there. I think, I don't know, just adds a bit of realism like that. I think they really should have focused on the characters more there, because, like, just seconds before he learned that his sister was pregnant, and then he doesn't even mention it, he just doesn't care anymore. I mean, I guess he thinks she's dead anyway, so, who cares? But, like, I don't know, they needed to focus on the characters and the grief more, like, focus on the human emotions instead of making weird fucking alien babies. Stop with the alien babies. The xenomorphs are perfect organisms in their designs too. They are genuinely scary. The facehuggers are scary. The chest bursters are scary. Focus on what you have, not what you can't have. We don't want Voldemort for the nose. We don't. Get that into your thick heads, filmmakers. Yeah, because one thing I really liked about Alien 1 and Alien 2 as well is that we rarely saw Ripley go to, like, the absolute extreme. Like, at the end of the movie, she's just, like, constantly panting. And again, it does sound a bit sexual, especially because then she's just in her underwear getting into the suit and whatever. But, like, okay, that's fine. Like, rather that than, you know, the fucking very non-subtle imagery. And I mean, they did a bit of that, is where they focused on the MC's, like, face close-ups, which, great actress, you have my respect, absolutely do. So, like, we have a little bit of that and a little bit of that despair, but I think we need more of that discomfort, more of that horror, more of that focus on, oh my god, I'm about to die. Because, I mean, the actors are able to deliver. They showed that very well. And the script just doesn't give them enough time to focus on that. Like, when pregnant lady is, like, assaulted by her baby thing with, like, it's like, horrible, but we just kind of cut away, and it's like, is she dead? Is she not dead? She kind of had a neck look, which I guess she's dead then, because, like, she's not addressed afterwards anymore. She doesn't even get a space burial or anything, so I guess no one cared about her. Speaking of pregnant lady, she was incredibly one-dimensional. She was the Crush's brother. I can't speak when it comes to the two of them together. She was the Crush's sister. She was pregnant. She had big eyes, which were good for a horror movie. A gorgeous lady, absolutely gorgeous lady. But that was all. She's a sister and she's pregnant. Well, do we need more character development? Apparently not. But, like, it would make us root for her so much more. Like, show us something about her. Like, that the father of the baby was some asshole. Okay. I still don't care about who you are, lady. Like, it wasn't clear cut enough between the am I going to die, is this good for my baby, and when she injected herself with a symbiote as well. Like, I don't know. Because MC told her she'd be fine if she didn't, and then she did it anyways, looking down on her stomach, being like, oh, hey, here's a random medical. I have no idea what it will do to me or what exactly this is, because I didn't listen to the explanation when it was given to other characters, and I didn't overhear that. Let me just inject myself with that. Yeah, she's a lovely black gooey substance floating around looking like a bit spiky. Oh, yeah, I want that in my system. I mean, I'm pregnant. What can it do to me? I don't know. I guess plot stupidity or whatever. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, right, sorry, I didn't talk about that enough because I've got sidetracked with the pregnant lady again. But basically as well, so when we have this huge scare about, the door wasn't opened, pregnant lady got taken away by a xenomorph, we have a whole grief scene and everyone's like, she's dead. And then later, when the Crush character, when he is killed brutally and can't do anything about it whatsoever, no one cares. He's one of the last 4 survivors, and the MC's like, okay, moving on. But before they really had chemistry and they developed that. Like, I mean, he didn't have much to his character either. His and his sister's dad died in the mines, I think. That was character development information. And he cared for his sister. Was there anything else to him? His name was Tyler. Yeah, that's a character point. I don't know. So he was underdeveloped, but at least he was like, he was blaming himself for what happened as well, because he was kind of like the group's leader, kind of, I don't know. But like, yeah, then the second he's brutally murdered and one of the Innermouths takes his eye out, it's a very gory movie. It really is. They're really trying to outdo the previous movies, you can tell. But I don't know. I don't recall a single instance of MC being like, oh hey, I've liked this guy for a while now. I care. She doesn't. She's just like, oh yeah. I didn't exactly see him die, but I'm only going back specifically for my android brother friend. That Tyler guy? Yesterday's business. I'm like, bro, why are you so cold-hearted? Why? And yeah, I think if they'd focused on Tyler instead, that could have been a lot stronger, because he's a human character, not a goddamn android that I don't give a single shit about. No matter how likeable his actor makes him, and how likeable the filmmakers make him, because he is a fucking android. There's like so many of him in production, like, who cares? Like, the script writer message AI too much? Did he get too involved with it? Was he like, oh my god, AI is better people, the androids are too. Overall, I do like the movie. I think it was a great action movie, great action flick, but I don't know, I mean, gore was almost a bit too much for me, but I don't watch horror movies in general. The literally only horror movie franchise I watch is Alien. Yeah, tone it down on the sexual next time, because it doesn't add anything. It doesn't add more horror, more grossness. It's just like, why? No more human child alien hybrids, for the love of God. Or I will cry. And yeah, just do what you did in the first third. And then don't make a bad movie out of it after that. No, it wasn't a bad movie. I wouldn't go that far. It was an okay movie. Surprisingly good. I was greatly positively surprised. I expected much worse. It was not a movie that I would have expected at modern times, because a lot of modern movies, they have like really awkward dialogue, or they just focus on weird like dynamics that feel shoved in just to appease to some sort of quota. And this movie didn't feel forced like that at all. I did appreciate that a lot. And yeah, overall I enjoyed my experience, even though it was a bit gross and a bit disappointing at the aspects I've named. There was a huge thunderstorm when I watched it, so before there was like hail and loads of thunder, and if I think about it, I'll put it into editing, because like the place where we parked the car was completely flooded with how much it rained and stormed it, and I had to like run through the rain to get to the cinema. Very epic, very spooky with all the lightning and thunder as well right before the movie. Great setup for the movie itself. Overall, I enjoyed my time. I do not see myself rewatching this movie in the next decade, to be honest with you, unless it's like part of a huge alien marathon, but I would always stop after movie 2. Hey, short little ad afterwards, because I forgot about one part of the movie that I thought was really hilarious, which is basically when a fully grown xenomorph, like catches the MC with his tail, when she's like crashing down from an elevator shaft, about to break her spine and die, and he just catches her lovingly and then like looks at her and like smiles like and like then the inner mouth comes out for kisses as well, and it's very romantic, it's very cute. I was thinking that maybe that xenomorph was like the one that burst out of Tyler's chest, and that sort of the romance was ready to go on, even like in an interspecies sort of thing, because you know, like I mean, these xenomorphs love getting human women pregnant. Moving on. Going back to the video now. So if you like Alien and you like action, it's good. It's good brainless action, I'd say. It tries to be more than that, but no, it doesn't try to be more than that. I just want it to be more than that. But yeah. I mean, it's decent. It's a one-time watch. Not more than that. Thank you for watching this review. I'm out. Peace.